Hello everyone, this is Sian's Mix, and today I decided to do this little experiment, basically finding out what is the most difficult or the hardest level in the original Super Mario World game. Now to explain, Super Mario World was the game of my childhood, probably one of the earliest video games I ever played when I was a little kid. We actually had the actual SNES at home, so I was playing it all the time. And in, let's say, adult life, or not even adult life, or but like in the second half of my elementary school, I actually started to download things on internet, and I download SNES and figured out and discovered that there is a lot of Super Mario World hacks, so I also again played them all the time and also was making my own levels. And yeah, like compared to them, Super Mario World, like the original one, looks quite super easy. But yeah, lately I decided to try it again. I have my save when I got all 96 six exits, and I was quite wondering what would be the hardest level in the original Super Mario World. I mean, I had several opinions which I was changing throughout my life, and I actually was looking through the internet what the community in general thinks, and I found this forum on GameFAQs. This one is 7 years old. Well, the game is more than 30 years old by now, so I assume 7 years is not such a long time. And there was this poll where there was how many people? Yeah, 424 votes, and there is this list, and there are some comments which I may go through in the future. But I thought it would be interesting to try all of them and make my thoughts, like what would be the hardest level. Now, going through some of the answer, I really like this answer, Silver Hermit. So good job, man. It depends on the context of how you're playing. Quite a few easy levels can become a real challenge if you're collecting all the Yoshi coins. Same as if you are playing level as you are meant to. Tubular, for example, is very easy if you take a blue Yoshi. Yeah, in short, it also depends a lot on which power-ups you have when starting the levels. So I decided to come with some simple rules. I will be going through all of them, and all of them I will be starting with no power-ups at all. And also in my save, I already got all four Switch palaces, so I'm starting with all four Switch palaces already done. And I will be noting down how many times do I die in each level, which of course will be quite random. Sometimes I will try my best to focus, but like I can't focus that well if I'm commenting at the same time. And also it can be quite random. Like I can randomly do a tiny mistake which makes me die. However, this is, let's say, this is rather for the fun purposes. As of course, what is the hardest level is really subjective. Okay, so let's go. Let's do it. So yeah, as the very first one, we've got Butterbridge 1, and I actually didn't thought of this one at all. But when I actually started this one, actually still without recording, I thought, oh yeah, it's this one. So yeah, I kinda understand why this one is being thought of, and one was the most difficult. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the more difficult levels, but I would say not that much. But as it was said before, it depends on what power-ups you have, and this level really gets indeed pretty easy if you start with a feather, but yeah, of course, athletic levels like this one can really become very painful and annoying. Ooh, I got 1 up. 2, 3. Okay, nice job. No, actually, didn't think of that, thinking how many lives do I get, but I think I won't be counting them into my into my deaths. But yeah, whenever there is an athletic level, there can be pretty challenging, but become quite easy if you equip yourself with a feather. Or Tanuki Suit if we are talking about Super Mario Bros. 3. I think I missed some secret in those blocks, however, doesn't matter. Do I get this Yoshi coin? Yes. Oh. Yeah, but I'm near the end, I think. Wait, is there something in this pipe? Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, probably. Wait, was this a secret exit? No, this was a normal exit. Yeah, there was nothing else behind. Okay, I missed 1 Yoshi coin, but we don't need to care about this. Anyway, the first one done. 0 deaths. Good job, me. And I didn't even need a feather. Okay, and the next one is Soda Lake, and also quite an option I wouldn't presume. I mean, yeah, it's definitely the hardest water level. However, I wouldn't say it would be a particularly hard level for me. What I kind of noticed, what is funny that in the communities of 2D platformers, it is quite popular to hate water levels. However, I myself actually quite like water levels instead. Probably people hate them because they are slow paced and thus frustrating. In my opinion, in water levels you mostly just need to be careful, and you will be pretty fine. Okay, this was a bit tricky area, but yeah, I believe people who think of water levels as really super annoying, they just need to be careful and plan ahead in areas like this, and they would be pretty fine. Yeah, like this, nothing particularly hard, I would say. So yeah, this one probably got upvoted by water level haters. And by the way, this is the only level in Super Mario World which has those torpedo deaths, and I actually remember like not being able to find out where they are in the game, because they, of course, yeah, they appeared in the ending when there is a list of all the enemies, and I was thinking like, what are those? What are those torpedoes? I didn't see them anywhere, and this was actually one of the last levels which I discovered. Because you need to go under the goal point, and it basically requires you to sacrifice a Yoshi. Anyway, yes, sort of like done. Again, I would say nothing really that hard. Again, 0 deaths. Okay, now as the next one we've got Forest Fortress. Again, quite an unlikely choice for me. Well, yeah, it is kinda annoying, but I never thought of this level as being something exceptionally hard. I think, yeah, pretty much the most common gimmick of this level are those spinning wheels. Especially that will also be in the later part of the level. However, yeah, I've got those blocks activated. which makes the level a bit easier. But anyway, ooh, okay, it was a little close. But even without them, if you are careful, you should not have any big problems. But yeah, these side-scrolling levels are interesting and also a bit annoying because it makes level more slow paced and basically restricts you from blasting through the levels. So I understand why people don't like side-scrolling levels. However, it is still I would say a pretty good level design idea. And what else? Yeah, now if you know the area at least remotely, I think this section is not something ultimately hard. But now, what is actually the reason why people thought of this level is hard? It is my theory, but perhaps it is that you don't have to take this road, but there is a pretty nice secret, and that is if you fly over this large area of lava, there will be a secret, and doing so can actually be pretty challenging. It definitely requires a feather, but you need to be super careful and just remain almost at the top with the ceiling. So I will actually, I think it will be fair if I will actually try this. So here we go. Almost. Oh, almost. Ah, I was almost there. Okay, so yeah, I've got one death here in the forest fortress because I tried to reach the secret. So okay, let's do it once more. Let's start with no power-ups again, so it will be more interesting. Also, there wasn't any midway point, which is a bit surprising. But yeah, I believe it actually adds to the reason why this level is more difficult than the average one. But still, I believe if I wouldn't go for that secret, I think this level would be pretty easy for me. The boss of this level would be Reznor, which I have a lot of experience fighting. So yeah, these areas with those flames, how they are called, porobos, I don't even know. They just require a bit of timing, a bit of patience, and you will be fine. And yeah, here we got the feather. Come on, feather, come on, yeah. Yeah, and let's go. That's it, almost there. Yes, I'm there. Okay, so for the second try. Now, if I don't make any stupid mistake with the Reznor fight, it will be fine with just one death. So yeah, come on. 1, 2, now the floor starts disappearing. 3, and 4. Got it. Gotcha. Okay, so Forest Fortress 2, I got one dead here because I tried to go for the secret, which yeah. Okay, first level which got me a little bit off guard, and one of the bit harder ones. However, I really wouldn't say it is the hardest fortress. I have my opinion what the hardest fortress in the level actually is, and we will get to that one. Okay, next level on our list is Wendy's castle. Castle level 6, castle of the chocolate island. and we will see. I also didn't thought of this one, however, yeah, now this, yeah, it is this one with those layer 2 pillars, which I kinda understand why it is considered one of the harder levels. Okay, for those who don't know what layer 2 is, I mean, people who know at least basic of Super Mario World hacking surely know, but for those who don't, I will briefly explain. Basically, SNES, Super Mario Entertainment System, I mean Super Nintendo Entertainment System has 5 layers. One is the ground, which I'm walking on, the floor, those blocks, the ceiling. The second one is actually the mostly it is the background in Super Mario World. However, in this case, the background is in the layer 3, as well as for the user interface. And layer 2 in this case are actually those pillars, and basically like all the ground, everything which is in layer 2 goes up and down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, that's it. And it's actually in this game being used in some more castles or underground levels. However, yeah, now actually I managed to get past probably the most tricky areas. Wow. Yeah, the most tricky areas of the level, which was the areas where there was a lot of those pillars quickly going up and down, which get really frustrating. And also there were those spiky spinning wheels, which you need to be careful about. So there was a lot of things that can hurt you and at one spot, and thus it got really annoying. This part is more athletic. Let's say there is a lot of pit when you can fall to, and those little suns, which I like to call them. I think the small one is being called Sparky, and the big one is Hothead. However, yeah, if you will be just careful and patient, and you will be fine. And this boss, Wendy, I think is actually even easier than Lemmy actually, since all the pipes here are on the same level. The only bit annoying things are those fucking potobos, because there's 2 of them. In Lemmy fight, I think there is just 1. But anyway, okay. Wendy's castle cleared, and zero death again. Ooh, a nice cutscene. I love those. Wendy Ogopa in Castle number 6 has sung her last song. Mario must meet a challenge that is now before him. There is a sunken ship that appears to be a gateway to the Valley of Bowser. Oh, nice lore. Okay, and the next one we've got Valley Fortress, which I actually thought of being one of the hardest levels in the games for me. And the design wise, it is actually pretty similar to Wendy's Castle. It also uses the gimmick of layer 2 pillars, and I actually quite used to mistake those levels for one another. However, this one is definitely more tricky, and the tricky part for me actually is gonna come soon. And yeah, I actually used to be like gotta go fast in those parts, which is not a good idea because when I got crashed by those, it will be over for me. It will just hurt me if I only touch them. However, if they actually crush me to the ground, it's over for me. And yeah, now here it actually is pretty fast, and there are actually those little annoying flames jumping from the lava, and it gets really annoying. And this is the part when you are likely to die if you are not being careful, because yeah, you quickly need to jump from one of those ledges to another, and there is this annoying Podobo However, yeah, I got past this one, and yeah, once we are here, it is actually a pretty short level. I'm surprised. I thought it is something else. So yeah, this level is short, but there is a really tricky part with those pillars. However, yeah, I'm done again with 0 deaths. The only one when I died so far is actually the Forest Fortress so far, which I ironically didn't thought of being really hard. But yeah, ironically, Wally Fortress was in my mind as one of the hardest levels in the game. However, ironically, here, presumably because I already, like, know this level, I managed to clear it with 0 deaths. Okay, and next one we've got is quite an obvious choice, front door. So basically the longer way of the Bowser's Castle, the final level in the game. So since it's final, but in my opinion, not necessarily the hardest one. But it makes sense for it to be a candidate for the hardest level. And yeah, the polls specifically say if you take routes firstly door number 1 and then door number 6. So I already know with this, and I pretty much agree with door number 1 being the hardest area if in this level, because there is this side-scrolling, those large falling pillars. Oh yeah, this was unfair. This was a bit unfair, because the screen was moving and I was basically stuck there, and the pillar actually falls in a random location. However, yeah, okay, second attempt, and since I already activated all 4 switches, this level gets a lot easier, but it's actually a big challenge if you decide to go through here and not activate any switches at all. But yeah, I actually was trying to not needing them because it makes the level more interesting. However, now we go through door number 6, and yeah, it is underwater area, so probably the underwater level haters strike again. But again, I personally really think that this level is actually not that hard. You just need to be patient and think carefully, because all the things here are moving pretty slowly, so if you just be careful, you'll be fine. Okay, now I almost got hit. And yeah, here is a lot of balls on chains. Oh, it was a little bit close. But yeah, however, I believe it's precise timing. This level is pretty fine, and now we are in the final area, which also is nothing really that difficult. Okay, here we got those ninjas, and I believe it will be fair to also go through the Big Daddy Bowser Koopa fight, so let's get this over with quickly. Oopsie! Woohoo! It's over for you, Bowsy. Yeah, I obviously finished the final Bowser Koopa fight like 100 times, so I luckily didn't die here. Okay, so Bowser's Castle. Yeah, probably the room number 1 is definitely the hardest. I wouldn't be so sure about door number 6. I would rather think maybe it's the one there is a lot of those statues. Can't remember which number it is. I think it's number 7 or 8 maybe. Not sure. But okay, front door done. And no, we are not going through the entire ending. Okay, and the final 4 levels are of course in the special road, which serves like the secret level of the game. And the first one of them is Tubular, and man, Tubular, I for a long time thought of that as the hardest level of the game. Not necessarily now. I will explain why later. But yeah, as someone said, it's actually easier if you take a blue Yoshi. Which I actually wouldn't be sure about that, because this area is actually quite long, and I'm not sure if one round with blue Yoshi would suffice. But yeah, the thing is, this level is definitely hard if you're playing it for the first time, because you don't know, yeah, exactly, you don't know in which blocks the balloon is. And now I wasted my time and I'm basically done. So yeah, I think now I'm going to die now. So yeah. Yeah, I thought I will manage to jump from that football that Charging Jack is throwing, but yeah, already one dead in the Tubular, and that's because my memory is so damn short. I actually already forgot in which blocks that hot air balloon is. So yeah, definitely if you are playing it for the first time, you are pretty likely to die. But if you know which blocks you should hit, this level gets much easier. So yeah, first one is this one, and also a tip here is to wait for some time before you grab another hot air balloon, because you will get some extra time by that. Yeah, next one is, I presume, in this one. No, this one. I missed it again. Yeah, probably it was. Yeah, it was in that with lower football kicking Charging Jack, right? Yeah, so yeah, already a second death here in this level. That's so stupid, so humiliating. But yeah. And yeah, of course, even if you know which blocks to hit, this level requires a lot of preciseness. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Bye. Yeah, it's this one. So yeah, basically, I would say that this design choice actually that you need to pick random blocks that you hit, and it depends on your luck if you get the right one on your first attempt. However, I would not say it's really that unfair, because it's not like you immediately die if you chose the wrong one, but it just lowers your chance of surviving. Anyway, Tubular done on the first try. And now what is the next one? Yeah, the next one is awesome. However, I need to get rid of my power up firstly, because I can before I can officially start. And now let's go. So yeah, awesome. The icy level, which I also for a long time was considering as one of the hardest levels in the game. Not that much because of this area, but because of the area which will be nearly by the end. But let me actually talk about how how it is genius in my opinion that Super Mario World actually doesn't have any ice world. However, there are some areas pretty well placed. One actually is this one, and second icy area is actually Icy Underground, which is placed as donut secret. And those are actually two well-placed icy levels in a game which actually doesn't have an icy world like Super Mario Bros. 3 actually does. And I think it is a really good design choice. And yeah, Banzai builds. I mean, it's pretty interesting to think about it that Banzai builds are actually placed in Yoshi's Island 1, which is probably, I would say, basically the easiest level if we don't count, I mean, top secret area and areas like this. But they are actually also used in one of the hardest levels. And yeah, here I was pretty careful. I would say lucky, and it was my advantage that I already know the level pretty well. But I actually managed to finish it with 0 deaths. So yeah, let's go with the next one, and this is Mondo. Mondo, it's this one. Is this with the water rides? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I mean probably the water level haters again kick in. But yeah, I would say in this one again you just need to be careful, and this level will be not that hard. And yeah, I also kinda like this level because I always thought of it as a very interesting design choice to having a level with water which goes up and down. It is the only level in original Super Mario World to use this gimmick. I would say some Super Mario World hacks pretty much overuse this feature, but yeah, as it is the only level in the game, I think it is a pretty interesting idea. And yeah, also so far I am proceeding in the level with any bigger troubles, I would say. And actually, well, yeah, you need to be a bit careful about your timer, but when there is some annoying area, you just basically need to wait for the water to go down. So yeah. Oh, the flower disappeared. Such a shame. Yeah, and with Yoshi it's even easier, of course. And yeah, here we done. Mondo again done with 0 deaths. So let's just get rid of the power-ups and go to the next one. And yeah, the last one on our list is Outrageous. So I just get rid of the power-ups and let's go. And Outrageous, yeah, it's probably in my opinion not as difficult as Awesome or Tubular, but I also understand this choice because there is a spam of enemies. There are those bullet bills, and there is a really lot of them, and you also need to carry the spring. Of course, it is nothing compared to actual item abuse levels of different Super Mario World hacks. And yeah, the bullet bill shooters can be quite unexpected and thus annoying. And yeah, those flames, I'm not sure, but I think this is actually the only level in the original Super Mario where there are those flames, which are of course again quite formidable foe. But yeah, I think I'm actually over the most tricky area. Yeah, there is this amazing flying hammer, bro. Yeah, one more flame. Let's eat it. Yeah, probably the authors knew that this level is pretty challenging, but so they gave you a Yoshi. Yeah, and I'm without Yoshi now. So yeah, definitely not easy, but I'm done. And hey, that's actually everything. That's actually everything. So yeah, so apparently I got through all the levels, and the only ones when where I died are the Tubular, where I died 2 times, and Front Door, and Forest Fortress. So yeah, so now Tubular still wins apparently, even after those years. So yeah, some final words. What actually were my opinions were Tubular, awesome, and actually quite unpopular choice, which was the Valley Fortress. Well, awesome is one of the few levels in this game where there is a slippery ground, and Tubular is tubular. However, in Tubular there are not any random elements like those jumping fishes in the awesome level. But here in Tubular, you need to memorize the certain pattern, and once you do it, the level actually becomes quite easy, and also it's not a particularly long one. So actually, let's read the rest of the comments in the forum to have some final thoughts. So yeah, here obviously Tubular wins by a landslide, which after this video I need to agree with that. More than 50% actually. Outrageous is the second place, where I didn't have any dead, but it's certainly one of the more difficult levels. And then it's actually pretty yeah, pretty equally divided. Next one is actually Butterbridge 1, but still quite surprises me. Then there is Wendy's Castle, awesome. Yeah, I would certainly expect awesome level to place higher, but it probably depends on your playstyle. Like, you have some advantages and disadvantages. Like Soda Lake, I believe, was definitely upvoted by water level haters, and since it's the hardest water level, in my opinion, it makes sense for it to be on this list. Front Door, actually, going through doors 1 and 6, only 2%. Let's get through some comments. Wally of Bowser 2. The cramped moving tunnel is slow, tedious, and notorious for sucking lives down. Yeah, I know which level is he talking about. It's that level where there is this yellow ground and it moves up and down, and it is kind of labyrinthish. However, yeah, I played this one actually yesterday, and again, once you are patient, you'll be pretty fine in this one. It depends. Yeah, it depends how you're playing. Well, Salt Lake is probably the most difficult of itself, because as it's underwater, you can't really cheat through it. So you guys are actually kind of cheating in non-underwater levels. If you are approaching level a small Maria, then Tubular, followed closely by Outrageous, would be my picks. Weirdly enough, in Tubular it actually doesn't matter much what power up you are. Actually, because if you get hit and you have the hot air balloon, you will actually lose it and fall down and die immediately. Yeah, exactly. Tubular, because you're not allowed to take hit or you instantly lose a life. Soda Lake is too close second due to the number of obstacles and the underwater mechanics. Yeah, as I said, people tend to hate underwater levels. However, in some of the choices, I I feel like those people would be fine in those levels if they would just be a little bit careful. I choose Volley of Bowser 4. Volley of Bowser 4. Wait, which one is that? I swear to God, I would and will murder every single enemy in this level. I have so much troubles with it, wasting a half hour on my 96 exit speedrun of this stupid level. This is all Yoshi's fault. Wait, so I presume it is not the athletic one. Wait, Volley of Bowser 4. Yeah, it is. No, not shopping. Yeah, sorry for check language, by the way. Yeah, it is this one. It is not the athletic one. Yeah, that kind of surprises me. I mean, yeah, the level is a bit claustrophobic, and yeah, probably when you are trying to get the secret exit, it gets quite frustrating. Edit. Am I the only one who thinks Tubular is too easy? I can easily complete it with no troubles. Maybe my strategy for the level is good. Same for Soda Lake, it's not that hard, and Cheese Bridge area, I find it easier to fly under the gold tape to get the secret exit than jumping over Yoshi. Wait. No, Cheese Bridge area is not on this level. I feared I, didn't go through it. Out of the list, Butterbridge 1 is definitely the hardest. Why? That level is my second least favorite level in this game. I even renamed the level to Butterbridge 1 on Live Split, where run into game. That's much how much I hate that level. Yeah, Tubular. Yeah, level second special level. Yeah, F that level. Damn you, Tubular. The ones that can be finished flying. It will be indoor/underwater levels. Almost all secret star stages were done via flying or using cable. Yeah, I'm actually a bit surprised that Star Wars level secret exits are not mentioned there, because the last Star Wars level, I mean the one you need to get the secret exit to get to the special zone, is pretty annoying. I'm actually glad that it's not on this list, because I don't know how would I be doing this without Feather. Awesome. I hate ice levels in general. Yeah, apart from underwater levels, there are underwater level haters. There are also ice level haters. Easy with a blue Yoshi though. Yeah, yeah, you can just hit a shell and fly over. Just to explain, if you have a blue Yoshi and you swallow any shell, you will be able to fly. Try playing that level as Small Mario and only and no Starman. Well, I tried it and no deaths. But for I've been it enough times without Yoshi to say that it's the harder levels in the game with the naked Mario. I don't need to artificially increase the difficulty of the level even more. I would say Butterbridge, but the only thing I had trouble with was one of the jumps when you need to use the Koopas, yeah, to get to a platform before I remembered how to super jump off enemies. I would say the level fortress, Volley Fortress, but I spent so much time getting crushed, yeah, exactly, that I figured out the timing and really don't have any trouble at this point. Yeah, the reason I finished this one with 0 deaths was because I already had the timing figured out, that's the thing. Without that, I would, I would surely die at least once. Didn't have any trouble on Soda Lake, save for me. Wendy's castle is pretty easy. Well, yeah, I would say it has just one troublesome spot. Haven't played any of the special levels yet. I don't remember them the last time. Okay, it's strange not to remember special levels, but anyway. The only thing I have trouble with are Pork Buffer in shallow water. And now I know Yoshi can jump for them and I'm good. Special level when you turn into a balloon, yeah, Tubular, and float sideways. Yeah, sounds like Tubular to me. Tubular definitely. Nuts, so I had a monopoly on the stuff buried in the plaza beneath the grand stairway. What? Tubular. Second half is awesome. In particular, it's ridiculous without power-ups. Tubular is basically one of those troll levels from Super Mario Maker. Yeah, exactly. Getting the damned key in Welly Ghost House. Oh yeah, actually, Welly Ghost House. That actually, which I like to call White Ghost House because it's the only ghost house in Super Mario World, the original one, when there is white background. And yeah, getting the secret key there is annoying, but actually also not dangerous. Like you can just you need to use that line of coins, then turn them into blocks and you'll be fine. And if you just fail, you can just stay the door and return. And do it until you succeed. The only level I really had trouble with was finding the secret that involves flying under the goal on that bridge level. Yeah, I know. It's pretty easy if you have Yoshi and Cape. You will sacrifice the Yoshi and you need to Cape to fall slowly. Yep, I went Tubular all the way. Close Condensers, I thought awesome was tough. I had a shoddy controller that didn't respond well in the icy part. Then Tubular, nothing seemed to help. Blind luck, maybe. I think without a doubt, in my mind, Wendy's castle is the toughest. Those spiky columns were instant death, but somehow those brown columns in some of the castles don't inflict death. I explained this, they inflict death if they crush you on the ground, but if you just touch them, they just hurt you. The item would even come down to hell, but it wouldn't matter. There's simply not enough time to react without getting hit. What kind of material is in that chocolate island level seems like lava instant death. He just gets pulled down to the bottom. Play it and see in a different animation. Not sure what this guy is talking about. You mean that thing that seems to be like a hot chocolate in in that chocolate underground level? I actually didn't have much of a problem with Tubular. Here's a tip. Yeah, wait until the last second to catch each balloon rather than grabbing it as soon as you hit the block. Exactly. This gives you more time to maneuver carefully. Yeah. Well, I haven't experienced those levels yet, as I'm only in that snow place. Okay. Yeah, this guy comments all of those. Butterbridge 1. It's considered a hard stage. Yeah, basically my thoughts as well. Sort of like probably my pick. Forest Fortress, hardest fortress? Maybe. Hardest level? No. Wendy's Castle, again probably the hardest castle, but hard from being the hardest level. Wally Fortress? No. Okay. I actually decided thought of Wally Fortress being the hardest fortress. Actually, it's the hardest fortress for me. The only reason I didn't die there is because I already knew the pattern. And I died in the forest fortress because I tried to go for that big secret. Tubular, it gave me trouble all the time when I was a kid. I got many game overs there and was particularly frustrated when I died next to the gold ones. Yeah. Awesome? No. Tubular, outrageous, and to some extent Mondo are harder. Mondo, the problem is not the water itself. The problem is that the water has strong current, making it hard to navigate when it rises. This level becomes piss easy with Yoshi and or Cape. Yeah, pretty much. Outrage is definitely on par with Soda Lake and Tubular for title of the hardest level in the game. Hmm. Yeah, I actually would add quite an honorable mention, and there is this level in special. I think it's called Way Cool, where there are those nets and those platforms on them. If you choose the wrong route, it can be pretty frustrating. I'm quite surprised it wasn't mentioned by here. It wasn't mentioned here by now. I look at all those levels from assumption that you don't have a cape nor Yoshi, as they can make most levels quite easy. With that in mind, I choose Outrageous. The combination of various enemies and their placements combined with significant bullet bill presence among with a tall pipe carrying a spring makes it a very nice challenge. Okay, only 2 pages to go. Donut Goes How Secret Exit is very hard as small Mario. Really? Why? It's impossible as small Mario. Wait, but why? Also, I kinda want to change one of the poll options. I want to remove front doors 1 and 6 and replace it with Larry's Castle. Is there a way to do that? No. Larry's Castle is the last castle between before Bowser's Castle, right? It's not that hard, really. Lemao, it's been ages since I played this, and I still could pinpoint Tubular as the hardest right away. It's been a while since I 100% Super Mario World, but I think I had the most trouble with Outrageous. So Lake and Tubular were pretty frustrating too. The cheesy bridge exit is also pretty hard to do if you don't use Yoshi. Yeah, what I would say about it is that it's not impossible, but it needs practice and several tries. Yes, even for those who are really good at the game, Outrageous is very difficult to consistently do without fail. Tubular and Soda Lake, not so much in my opinion, but they follow. Every level is easy if you have the cape or a Yoshi, but if you don't, Outrageous is by far the hardest level in the game due to the sheer amount of enemies in cramped spaces. Most of them immune to jumps or fireballs, plus the bullet bills. Tubular requires you to memorize the blocks with P balloons. Yeah, exactly. But after that, the obstacles are easily avoided. Yes. Lol. Coming back to this, I don't know why I was unsure of my vote, unless I had used my phone and I could not see the results for some reason. But yeah, the level is really hard. I found a lot of stages tough, but I definitely hated Tubular. Looking at the results, I see I wasn't even alone. Damn you, Tubular again. Nothing. I beat Tubular without the use of P-Bags or Blue Yoshi. Yeah. Oh, or without Blue Yoshi. I went with the Green Yoshi and 2 feathers though. And lost Yoshi and 1 feather on 1 way. My girlfriend was playing with me. She was playing the volley of Bowser as Mario, while I handled Special Ward as Luigi. And she was amazed that I could make it. I need to try this actually. Totally tubular. Yeah, if you want to get the cheese bridge exit ethically, you either have two memories or when to jump and cape or get kinda lucky. Yes, exactly. Oh, last comment and a pretty long one. But which one extremely annoying that I can cheese it with fight. Otherwise, I would say math out of 10. Only is patience and precise timing. Even then, the window for preciseness is a little large, except for those annoying Koopas. I mean, yeah, most of those levels simply have few annoying areas when you need to memorize what to do, and then you'll be quite fine. That's basically what most of the platformer games are about. So, like, requires timing. It is harder than Bridge, but you just need to trigger the torpedoes until they reach cooldown. Watch for the area with 4 torpedo boxes in the same area, because that's why it's so hard. Forest Fortress, just annoying with the grinder spam and the stomp level. It's really fun for me because I can usually fly to the secret door and grab all those lives. Yeah, that's where I died. Wendy's Castle, much harder than the others. I hate the grinder spam and the spiky stompers combined. Worse yet, it has the level where everything will crush you if you weren't fast enough. I hate up-down levels. Yeah. Volley Fortress, I don't know why, but I had so much fun in this level. I love that the spike stompers here are precisely placed to not be as miserable as Wendy's Castle. The color scheme is also why I love it. The mud slash grimy brown on a black dungeon with flooded lava always pleased my eyes. Interesting choice. Front door 1 and 6. 1 is the second hardest door for me, while 6 was where I went to the most. I hate those little fireballs. 6 was easy for me at this point because my brothers and I usually set challenges to get to the Star World first, then the Special World, and then beat Bowser. Okay. Tubular, pain in the butt. Either you have to watch where you are going while Lotus Blue, destroying your Yoshi and any hope of winning. Or you play with the legitimate way and suffer. It took me 10 years to realize Blue Yoshi makes a special world a cakewalk in a freeway tie with Mondo and Outrageous. Awesome, same as above, except unlike the last level, it's minorly easier. You need to watch everything in your path, especially jumping, fish, and banzai bills. Goddess, I hate those here. Still cheesable with Blue Yoshi, yeah. Mondo, tie with Outrageous Tubular with my sheer hatred. I hate those mother-loving hammer bros here. I hate the fish, I hate the sea, I hate there's barely any Koopas, and I hate the current the sea's going. You are going to die a lot here. You can cheese this with Blue Yoshi, but expect to lose him a couple times throughout the level. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the current is annoying, but I'm already quite used for this. Outrageous, hands down, my least favorite level in this selection. You got Dancing Fire, Bullet Bills, Springboards, and Wigglers. Oh my goodness, I hate this thing with a passion here. Hence I selected Outrageous. It's what the graphs in previous 3 special levels in how hard they are rather swimmingly. So there you go. So there you have it. By both my metrics and the ball, the Tubulars went out as the hardest. But I am curious about this thing that one of the guys mentioned, beating actually Tubular without Balloon or Blue Yoshi, but with 2 feathers and Green Yoshi. I'm really curious, and as a little bonus round, I will actually try it. I will actually try it because I'm very curious on how it's gonna go. Yeah, I need to do this, obviously. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, can I still finish it? Maybe... No. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, let's have one more attempt. Okay, Tubular with only green Yoshi and 2 feathers, take 2. Okay, and let's go quickly so we can exploit, yeah, those blocks. Again, I got hit at the same point. Yeah, probably I'm lost here, so I need to remember about with that spot with volcano lotuses. Okay, take number 3. Come on, don't mess it up this time. Damn it! I hate you so much. Okay, only 3 lives to go, actually. Oh yeah, maybe I got an idea. Didn't work out as I wanted. But yeah, at least I still got my Yoshi. Oh yeah, there is a ceiling. Ah, I was almost there. I was almost there. Yeah, but I need to know that there is a ceiling. Again, I hate this. Last attempt, Tubular. I will get you. Yeah, but now I won't be able to get there. Okay. Maybe next time.